When Novak was growing up and pursuing his dreams, Belgrade was a war-torn region.
I see this, stealth plane just flying and just dropping things.
Seeing kind of crumbling structures and different things like that put it in perspective very quickly that any of our issues were so minor.
This is where we spent every single night for at least 14, 15 nights of bombings.
There's always something in any taping that we conduct that you're going to have to tread lightly. In the case of Novak and Yelena, they're marital challenges. How about the hardest time in the relationship for the two of you and how you guys got through it?
I think this is going to be brave to say to millions of people watching, but I was trying to compete with him.
It taught me that she has to endure the same journey as I do at the same time. Otherwise, we can't stay together.
Despite all the success that Russa's had in baseball, the impact it's had on his family weighs heavily on him today.
I was way too invested in trying to do the job right, to the point that I have never forgiven myself.
His wife was telling me that their daughters send her a Father's Day card. Certainly losing his dad was the most impactful part of the taping to me.
I literally saw him take his last breath in front of me. And I remember telling my brother specifically that I am going to play this game at the highest level and there's nothing else in life that can distract me anymore. Because it was my father's vision as well.
Some of the things that stick out to me, a lot of the stories he was uncomfortable getting into.
I was just really embarrassed. It's embarrassing just talking to you about it right now.
And on occasion, there would be pauses 20 plus seconds long.
I feel like I'm like a poster child for Alzheimer's.
Lamar Odom has been through a lot of serious stuff in his lifetime. Heart attacks, strokes, he was in a coma that put him on the brink of death.
What do you think changed?
Divine intervention, bro, I don't know. Maybe I'm here to share my story with people.
I'd long had interest in booking Schwab. I just found it amazing that a guy who suffers from severe dyslexia was somehow able to create one of the world's leading financial institutions. You wrote in your book that for the longest time you just thought you were stupid for like 40 years.
Well, I didn't think I was stupid. I just thought I had a terrible time in reading things.
Charles Schwab's company was acquired by Bank of America, and then they were able to untangle themselves and be independent again, and that's all to Schwab's credit.
It was painful to have 27 of these very famous, upstanding people of California, and me taking them all on. And,
scariest moment of your life.
The scariest moment, because I upset so many people in the room here who agreed with me.
Every now and then we like to profile a figure with a looser connection to sport, and one of those people we did this year was actor Kelsey Grammer.
I loved watching Fraser growing up, but hearing his personal story was humbling and just made me like the guy even more.
Talk about a guy who's been through a lot. His sister was murdered, his dad was murdered.
I mean, I drank excessively, and I got sort of wrapped up in cocaine for a while, and didn't forgive myself.
The only thing he was uninterested in talking about was his past substance abuse issues. And then he ended up actually bringing it up himself, as well as one of his past marriages.
The unhappiness was so profound that I actually started to think the only way I can solve this for them is to not be here.
Quite a contented cat. You can imagine for him, I mean, he's doing what he does naturally.
I had no idea how big of an issue there was with the breeding of lions as well as canned hunting.
A lot of these activities are actually, I would say, murder.
They have these petting zoos where tourists go to pay money to pet baby cub lions. So these petting zoos then ship these lions off to places that allow canned hunting.
They're paying a lot of money to kill what they think are these wild lions, but they're not. They're lions that live in a small, caged-in area.
Where eventually I think we can see public opinion is this is an industry that should be shut down.
Richardson, to his credit, is doing a lot to shed light on, and I feel grateful that we had the opportunity to play a small part in that through our episode.